From hip-hop to pop, Nicki Minaj has dominated the charts with her ever-evolving sound. But what makes her so versatile, and how has that shaped her legacy as a musical icon? In a world where many artists are pressured to stay in one lane, Nicki Minaj boldly breaks boundaries. Today on Melodic Minds, we're diving deep into the psychology behind Nicki's artistic flexibility and how her ability to shape-shift across music genres, visual aesthetics, and lyrical personas has not only redefined the female rapper, but also reshaped the entire pop culture landscape. To understand Nicki's versatility, we first have to look at where she came from. Raised in Queens, New York, Nicki was heavily influenced by both Caribbean culture and gritty East Coast rap. Her early mixtapes such as Playtime Is Over and Beam Me Up Scotty showcased her lyrical dexterity and her talent for character-driven raps. Even then, she wasn't boxing herself into one style. She played with accents, animated voices, and theatrical delivery. Psychologically, this speaks to a high level of creative fluidity and what psychologists refer to as divergent thinking, the ability to generate multiple solutions or expressions from a single stimulus. For Nicki, the beat wasn't just a rhythm, it was a stage, and she was ready to play multiple roles at once. Nicki Minaj's introduction to the mainstream wasn't just about music, it was about spectacle. She entered with personas like Roman Zelensky, the fierce and often unhinged alter ego, and Martha, his British mother. These weren't just gimmicks, they were extensions of Nicki's psychological depth. Creating alter egos gave her room to explore emotional extremes without compromising her core identity. In psychological terms, this echoes Carl Jung's theory of archetypes and the idea of the persona, the social face an individual presents to the world. Nicki created a whole gallery of personas, each one giving her a new lens through which to express herself. This flexibility made her music unpredictable, exciting, and emotionally layered, blurring the line between rapper, performer, and storyteller. When Nicki Minaj made the jump from hard-hitting rap verses to mainstream pop features like on David Guetta's Turn Me On or Jessie J's Bang Bang, some critics questioned whether she was selling out, but what they missed was her intentional genre blending. Her ability to transition seamlessly from aggressive bars and Monster to singing in Starship shows an emotional and musical elasticity. This genre hopping reveals a psychological trait called openness to experience, linked with creativity, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. By refusing to be boxed in, Nicki tapped into broader audiences and proved that lyrical depth and mass appeal could coexist. Her voice became an instrument, shifting from sharp to sweet, aggressive to playful, depending on the mood of the track. Nicki's versatility didn't stop at sound. Her fashion choices have been just as dynamic. From Barbie pink wigs and candy-colored outfits to high-fashion Met Gala gowns and sleek streetwear, her aesthetic evolution mirrors her musical flexibility. Fashion for Nicki is more than style, it's strategy. It signals her current era, emotional state, and artistic direction. Psychologically, fashion is a tool for self-expression and identity management. Nicki uses clothing to signal transformations, just as she does with her music. The boldness in her fashion reflects her high levels of self-efficiency, the belief in one's ability to succeed in specific situations. She doesn't just wear trends, she sets them. Her visuals are an outward reflection of her internal versatility, another layer to her multifaceted brand. Let's talk about the lyrics. Nicki's wordplay is often overlooked because of her flamboyant delivery, but if you peel back the theatrics, you'll find bars filled with metaphor, double entendre, and cultural critique. Her verse on Monster is a masterclass in tonal control and confidence-building language. In songs like Pills and Potions, she explores vulnerability. In Chung Lee, she channels resilience. This ability to switch emotional gears while maintaining lyrical integrity is a sign of emotional intelligence. She understands the human experience deeply and articulates it through sharp, intentional language. Her lyrics are psychological weapons, used to disarm, empower, provoke, and inspire. In a male-dominated rap industry, versatility isn't just an asset for Nicki, it's been a form of survival. By adapting her style, voice, and image, she's remained relevant in a constantly shifting industry. From the hypersexualized visuals to the stripped-back introspective records, she's shown that one woman can carry many truths. This ability to adapt under pressure is psychologically linked to resilience, a trait crucial to long-term success. Nicki's adaptability isn't a sign of indecision, it's a sign of strategic evolution. While others get stuck in their era, Nicki builds new ones. Because of her versatility, Nicki has influenced a generation of artists, especially female rappers, who now feel more free to experiment with style, genre, and subject matter. She paved the way for the likes of Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, and Lotto, who also embraced genre blending in bold fashion. Nicki didn't just diversify her own sound, she diversified the industry's expectations. Her legacy is more than hits, it's a cultural shift. Psychologically, that's the power of symbolic modeling. When people learn not just from what you say, but from how you live and create, Nicki modeled possibility. One of Nicki's greatest powers is her unpredictability. Whether it's a surprise feature, a comeback moment, or an unexpected visual drop, she keeps audiences on their toes. Psychologically, unpredictability keeps people engaged. It stimulates the brain's reward system and keeps fans emotionally invested. Nicki knows when to switch things up and when to circle back. She controls the rhythm of her relevance like a conductor. This strategic spontaneity is part of why her legacy keeps growing. The brain loves novelty, and Nicki delivers it without ever losing her core essence. Nicki Minaj's versatility is not just about talent, it's about vision, strategy, and psychology. She's a master of adaptation who has shaped her own destiny by embracing all sides of herself. In a society that often demands women to pick one version of who they are, Nicki Minaj chooses all of them. She's the Barbie and the boss, the singer and the savage, the pop star and the poet. Her legacy teaches us that true power comes from embracing your full spectrum and never being afraid to color outside the lines. So whether you love her for her flow, her fashion, or her fearlessness, one thing is clear. Nicki Minaj is versatile by design and unforgettable by choice. Thanks for tuning in to Melodic Minds. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more psychological deep dives into the music that moves culture.